specifically about Bangalore, as we are right now present in Bangalore. So, what do you think? What is the quality of water here?
I think I would say it's heterogeneous. When I say heterogeneous, it's not the same quality everywhere. Because what happens is Bangalore predominantly depends on Kaveri water supply. And that's a major source of water for most of the Bangalore city. And I'm talking about the integral part of it, I mean the old Bangalore, what we say, right? The Kaveri extension is also going to the new areas, takes time. But if you take about Kaveri water, our experience says that because again this is managed by BWSSB. I would say that 99% of the times the water that they're supplying is good to consume.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Only we have seen cases when, because what happens, I think people need to know this. Your the BWSD line and sometimes your drainage lines, right, the bigger ones, they're running parallel.
Okay.
So any construction work is happening, right? So if this gets damaged, that is where probably the mixing happens. It's not like at source your Kaveri is contaminated, but during the transportation in the pipeline, somewhere there is a damage and there is a mixing of water happening. Then that actually leads to the contaminated water being supplied. But otherwise, if you talk about the borewell water, right, of course it varies a lot, right? Probably your east part of the Bangalore, the Whitefield areas and all, you can expect very high TDS, right? Whereas if you talk south part of the Bangalore, right, your Banagata roadside and all, the TDS is there but not very high compared to what we are getting in the east part of the Bangalore. So it is, I would not, it's very difficult to tell because fundamentally people need to know where the water comes from what table. And water table also varies. Right? It varies geographically. Right? Somewhere there's a lot of limestones, other calcified materials, and you can usually expect a very high TDS and hardness there. Right? So it's very difficult to tell, like, no, but it's diverse across Bangalore. You get to see all kind of water. This is coming from the source borewell, what is on top. But if you are also talking about tanker, if you are an apartment association or no, you are not getting enough water from Kaveri, then you're depending usually on tanker waters, then that's where the biggest risk is. And I think this is where a lot of people need to be aware, because nobody knows the traceability of this water. What I mean is nobody knows the source of this water. Where is it? Tanker water.
Yeah.
So tanker water is also one of the major sources in Bangalore today.
Right.
I also stay in an apartment community, and recently we got a message saying that there's some work happening with the Kaveri, and then you expect a disruption. Then now we're depending completely on the tanker water. So tanker water, of course, again, where that water is coming from is something that you should always ask the supplier, and not just that, you should always ask for a test report. So when it comes to the water quality, I would say that it is heterogeneous. Like Kaveri is consistent, good quality. Borewell water varies depending on which part of the Bangalore you're staying in. And tanker water, of course, you need to identify from where the water is coming from, and then that's how the quality of water is.